What's up, everybody? Welcome back. And today we're talking a little bit of mental health, especially for kids. Look, this has been a tough time on a lot of our kids. And the truth is, we as adults should apologize to them. Look at them and say, listen, I'm sorry. It's not our fault. We didn't necessarily have a say in it, but we understand what we have done to you all by taking away your schools, your teachers, your playgrounds, your sports, your shows, your grandparents, your friends, your proms, your graduations. We took all that away and we didn't even hesitate. And on behalf of us, I'm really, really sorry. That said, I want to be clear, no more complaining. In life, we have to go forward. A lot of you know that I go to addiction recovery. I've been in addiction recovery almost 20 years. December 23rd will be 20 years. And one of the phrases that we use in recovery is called the windshield. And the windshield is a reminder that in life you have to go forward. Now, the truth is you want to glance back at where you came from, glance. But if you ever drive in a car and you stare in the rearview mirror, you're going to crash every single time. Rearview mirrors were not made for staring. They were made for glancing. And sometimes we like to stare in them. And the thing is, right now, this is probably more true than ever before, because it used to be kids would often stare in the rearview mirror at the negative things that happened to them, at things that happened on the computer yesterday or in a different teacher's class or something that somebody else said to them. And that's still happening. That's absolutely still happening. But now you got the opposite of that too. Now you've got kids, especially that middle school and high school age, who remember what school was like when school was fun for a lot of them. When school was about hitting a three-pointer at the buzzer and storming the court and hugging your friends and mobbing each other and giving high fives and hugs and handshakes and sitting together at lunch and having fun. And those kids are staring in the rearview mirror like, yo, I miss school. I remember when that's what school was for me. How about all the arts kids, right? A lot of schools, they haven't had any arts show. My son, he's an arts kid. He loves to do performance and dance and get on a stage. They haven't had anything where I live in almost a year. Nothing for those kids. And most schools are not doing their performances this year. And so it's really nice to have a reminder when you can look at kids sometimes and just say, hey, buddy, the windshield, we have to go forward. And by the way, that's a great reminder for kids with us. Sometimes it's nice when kids look at me and they say, Mr. Mendler, man, you're the one who invented the windshield. Let's go. You have to look forward. And the other thing to remind kids is that it's incredibly important to focus on two things, attitude and effort. Because the truth is, those are the only two things in life every human being has control over. We all have control over the attitude we take to a situation and the effort we put in. And that's it in life. You know how many times I do everything right? I get to the airport, I'm through security, I'm at my gate, delay. Why? I don't know. They don't even tell you half the time. Well, what do I have to control in that moment? I have to control the attitude that I take toward the person who told me my flight is delayed and the effort that I put into getting where I need to go. That's it. And if you teachers, if us, we can teach kids to focus on those two things, you watch. And the thing is, that's especially for state exams, right? For state exams, instead of telling kids to focus on the outcome, teach them, listen, y'all, outcome doesn't matter. I don't care what score you get on this test. What score you get on this test doesn't even matter to me. And kids will say, it doesn't, Mr. Mendler? Why doesn't it matter? Everybody else says it matters. I know. They all say it matters. But the truth is, it doesn't matter. The score you get, you don't control the outcome. But you control the attitude and the effort that you put in when you do number one. If you don't know the answer, do number two as hard as you did number one. The only reason in school kids get zeros is because they quit. You don't get a zero if you don't quit. Kids who do the whole thing will get at least some points. So teach them. Focus on each individual problem. And then when they're taking the test, that's what you do as the motivator. As the person watching, you watch. And when you see a kid start to give up, go over and look at them and say, hey, I don't care what score you get. What score you get is irrelevant. Focus on the attitude you take and the effort that you put in. Come on, look at number 7. Give number 7 every ounce of energy that you gave number 2. You got this. It's not about the outcome. It's about how hard you work the entire way there. So focus on those two things. The windshield, one of my favorite strategies, and focusing on attitude and effort. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please, I'm asking you, give it a thumbs up for me. Feel free to share it on any of your social media platforms, and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Leave me a comment and let me know what kind of videos you might like to hear next. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you soon. Peace.